Okay, so please join the Kahoot. If you haven't, we'll give it another minute. Alrighty, I think we'll get started. If someone can click start. Ding ding. Can someone click start? Okay, thank you. So you'll look at the item and decide whether it goes into the landfill, compost, or recycling. So your eggs, tortillas, and food should go where? Compost, recycling, or landfill? Wow. Did everyone get that right? Okay, almost there, almost there. So on the next one, okay, single-use plastic utensils. So if you didn't bring your utensil today, where would you put the plastic utensil? Compost, landfill, or recycling? This one's tricky. Correct. Single-use plastic utensils go to the landfill. They can't be recycled. It's very confusing, but just keep that in mind. So where would you put your paper napkin and wooden stir stick? So if you got some coffee or tea this morning and you're using a wooden stir stick or your napkin, where would you put that? A lot of you got that right. It does go in the compost. Good job. All right, so your muffins and your paper plate, any food product can all go in the compost. So if you got some honey in this little packet today, where would you put that? Landfill, compost, or recycling? Correct. That little honey packet is going to the landfill. So again, wooden stir stick or any paper-based product should be going where? Landfill, compost, or recycling? Some of y'all got this wrong the first time around, so now's your second chance. Okay. So it should be going to the compost. Any food or paper-based products should be going to the compost. So cups, hot cups, cold cups. To make it less confusing, any cups could go where? Compost, landfill, or recycling. A lot of you got that correct. Any cups here on campus should be going to the recycling. As long as they're not full, hopefully you're finishing your drink. Okay, who got first place? Susie, Susan, and Brittany. Good job. Thank you everyone for participating. Please make sure you're taking the time to sort your trash at the bins. We have a couple people here helping out, but hopefully this Kahoot, reminds you of where to put things, so please take the time. Thank you.
Thanks, Marissa. Okay, next we're going to do our land acknowledgement.
Chamoli Vichu, Champiwi Yameve Patotamet. We acknowledge that the land on which we gather is the traditional territory of the Luiseño Payom people. Today, the meeting place of Cal State University San Marcos and its surrounding areas is still home to the 6 federally recognized bands of the Luiseño Payom people: La Jolla, Pala, Palma, Pechanga, Rincon, and Saboba.
It is also important to recognize that this land remains a shared space among Kupangwichom, Capeño, Kumeyaay, and Ipai peoples.
CSUSM values its long-standing mutually beneficial relationships with the tribal communities in San Diego County, which is home to 18 federally recognized reservations, more than any other county in the United States, and over 30 tribal nations in the region.
Recognizing the land is a profound act of gratitude and respect for the original stewards of these homelands, those who have lived, worked, and thrived here since time immemorial. It is not just a gesture, it is a vital acknowledgement of Indigenous presence and resilience.
By naming the tribal nations and honoring their enduring connection to the land, we create opportunities for learning and reflection, especially for those who may be hearing these names for the first time.
This recognition invites a deeper understanding of the history, culture, and ongoing contributions of Indigenous communities to the lands we share.
I hope you take this opportunity to learn more about the local Indigenous people of this region during your time here. Welcome to CSUSM.
Okay. Welcome, everyone. We're so happy that you're here today. We have quite a packed agenda, and I can also see it's a very packed room.
People are still grappling.
We really appreciate you all being here. Next, we're going to do an introduction of new employees. So if you are a new employee since our last division meeting, or a manager of a new employee, please stand up, and I'm going to pass the mic around to do some introductions. I have a little slide with everyone's name. Just gotta get the clicker. Okay, here we go. All right, we'll start with you.
Good morning, I'm Nick with IATS. I have the pleasure to introduce Emily Arango. She'll be working with our student tech team at the help desk in the library. And a fun fact about Emily is this is actually her second stint with IATS. She missed us so much, she came back.
Thank you. All right, I'll go here and then over here, okay?
Good morning, everyone. I have the pleasure of introducing Brenda Cisneros, Parking and Community Services. She's the event coordinator, so please join me in welcoming her. Fun fact about Brenda, she likes Zumba, and her favorite part about working with us is the people she works with, so that's good. That's Brenda. Next, we have Margaret Salazar. She's the adjudication and support assistant for parking and commuter services. Fun fact about her, she lived in Japan for 7 years. Konnichiwa.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Travis Douglas, Executive Director of Housing and Residential Education, tongue twister title. I'm happy to introduce two folks for you. Christine Palmer-Jenkins is our Director of Operations and Facilities. That is new to the corporation since we took on the management of housing and facilities for the UVA and some of our North City partners. The fun fact for Christine is she actually just got married on Friday. So her name will be switched fairly soon to Christine Boaz. The other fellow I'm happy to introduce to you is Zane Height. He's our Associate Director of Housing Operations and Conferences. Zane. And Zane's fun fact is that in, I think, 2023, Zane got to attend Kelly Clarkson's birthday party and hear her perform her new album about 2 months before it was released. So.
Hi, good morning, Deborah Davis. I'm going to introduce Kim. She's just started about a month ago. So she's going to be working with our fiscal service team, and her job is going to be working with housing directly. She's going to be doing the housing accounting for us. So welcome.
Good morning, everyone. Janine from CSUSM Corporation, and I'm very excited to introduce Rebecca Baza, who's recently joined the corporation administration team as Business Operations Coordinator. And we were so fortunate that she joined us with tons of excellent experience and relevant experience, and most recently worked as a project assistant on the HSI STEM grant. Okay, and Rebecca is also a CSUSM student currently in the communications program.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Marcia Agnew. I'm the HR manager for CSUSM Corporation, and I have the honor to introduce Cindy Lang. Cindy came to us 2 years ago as a student assistant when she was studying here at CSUSM, studying psychology. So she just recently in May received her bachelor's degree. So she's a proud alum, and she has transitioned to working for us as an HR assistant, doing a great job helping with big projects like the housing transition and integration, and we're very thankful for her to continue working with us. And a fun fact about her, she also lived in Japan for a year when she was in the armed services serving as a Marine.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Michelle Hinojosa, and I'm stepping in for Thomas Fontaine, who's our Director over Facilities with the corporation. And I'm happy to introduce Iris Ruiz. Iris is our Facilities and Property Coordinator, and she recently joined us. And fun fact about her is she takes her chocolate like she takes her Netflix, binged in unhealthy amounts.
All right, good morning, everyone. I have the honor and pleasure to introduce you to Carrie Baker, who is the corporation's new Director of Procurement, Contracts, and Risk Management. And I know that there's lots of procurement folks here who are pretty happy to have her on board. And I'm going to let Carrie talk about her fun fact because I can't pronounce it.
My fun fact is I grew up on Lake Winnipesaukee in New Hampshire. So if you've seen the movie What About Bob, that's where it takes place.
Thanks, everybody. Welcome. Okay, and if you are joining us virtually, please send any questions to Amber Giacalone via Teams. Okay, now to hear from our fearless leader, Leon Wyden.
Good morning. Am I loud enough? Thank you. Well, first I'd like to kind of thank you guys. You know, I am just so proud to be part of this division. Our division is special here on this campus. I mean, we are so foundational to everything that happens in academic affairs and student affairs. Could not happen without the work that you do every day. So I am privileged to be here and just so proud to be part of this team. You know, I'm in year 5 here, and I have enjoyed every minute of it. And I think that without this group, this would not have been the same experience. So I am really grateful to all of you for all the work you do each day. Now I'll go back to the script. You know, I just want to express gratitude, you know, for just the creativity and teamwork that we have. You know, across our division, you know, we truly keep our campus moving forward. You know, whether your contributions are visible for everyone to see or you're behind the scenes, I just wanted to let you know that you make a real difference to our students and community every day. So now, for a few updates, I'm going to just give you a few things about what's going on. You know, I hope many of you were able to attend one of our World Cafes that happened over the last few days. You know, our participation is shaping the direction of our work. And as for next steps, we've got a phase 2 of those World Cafes that's coming up soon, which will include a Senior Managers World Cafe to build on the ideas that have been generated so far. And there will also be a phase 3. And that phase will involve the president's administrative team of drafting long-term solutions based on your input, which will then be shared with senior leaders and governance groups for consultation. So thank you again for your valuable input. Your engagement is critical as we move forward with the next phase of this important work. You know, we are starting a historic partnership with our colleagues down at Southwestern Community College. You know, there's no bachelor's degree offering institution, you know, in South County. So we are working with Southwestern, and we will have a new CSUSM at Southwestern University Center in Chula Vista beginning in the fall of 2026. The first programs that we'll offer there in the fall of 26 will be business administration, computer information systems, and cybersecurity. Then the fall of 27, we're going to offer human development. We're going to offer, with an emphasis on wellness coaching and bilingual speech and language pathology. You know, these programs are workforce-driven, chosen based on a 2023 regional assessment that identified business, healthcare, and technology as high-need areas. So with over 600,000 residents, South County is currently underserved in bachelor degree access. This initiative helps close that gap and strengthens the region's economic competitiveness. You know, procurement is leading the next steps in finalizing the Southwest College agreement with putting input from our stakeholders across campus, many of which are our own FAS partners. Business and Financial Services is finalizing the issuance of financial statements and completing audits for both stateside and auxiliary organizations, you know, led by Matias Ferre and his team. The start of the fall term is always busy, as we all know, but it successfully managed enrollment cancellations and payments through strong communications and the use of analytics. Division budgets are being rolled out while ensuring we are meeting reporting requirements for the Chancellor's Office. HR and payroll are preparing to roll out the Common Human Resource Information System, better known as CHRS, in March of 2026. This will unify HR data across all 22 CSU campuses and replace our current timekeeping system. Training will be available to support a smooth transition. Open enrollment for benefit plans is underway until October 10th, so please review your benefits and make any updates needed. The Staff Center just celebrated its 5th anniversary. Congratulations to that team. It continues to provide great professional development opportunities for our community and staff. As you know, the students overwhelmingly supported the construction of a wellness and recreation center, demonstrated by a recent student fee referendum to fund the project. The university, via the CSUSM Corporation, has devised an innovative, cost-effective plan to acquire and manage the center, which is set to open in the fall of 2027, significantly enhancing our student wellness and campus appeal. Also, as part of that construction, it will be the first 2 floors of a residence hall that will be 11 stories tall and offer another 926 beds for our students. So we'll expand our housing and our residential capabilities at the same time. You know, the CSUSM Corporation, as Travis mentioned, basically has centralized housing operations under housing and residential education to reduce our costs and improve our service quality, and generate revenue through collaborations, successful transitioning to management to the corporation, and retaining experienced professional staff. Facilities development and management is very busy. Major projects include our integrated science and engineering building. That site work is underway. We are currently including we're just doing the utility connections, putting in our utilidor, and you see a lot of that work going on the hill back there. That building was it was a lot of work to get that building finally done. But just to have the experience of groundbreaking for a new academic building on this campus hasn't happened in a long time, and it will support our engineering programs and allow us to grow from just a few engineering majors up to about 2,000 engineering majors. So we are really going to be focusing on engineering as we go forward, and this building is key to doing that. Other projects, let's see. We have elevators. Elevators are being added to the arts building and Science One, including, we have excavation going on. We're going to be relocating utilities. Black Oak Hall and Kooila Dining, the scaffolding is finally coming down. Interior work is progressing, and the site work is starting. So that hall will open in the fall of 2026. So we're getting really, really close on that one. The elevators modernizations are in progress across campus, including the Commons and Academic Hall. So we're doing a lot of work on elevators. We've had some challenges. We just want to make sure that when you push the button, the elevator goes up, it comes down, and it doesn't stop between floors. That's been an issue, but we're working on it, trying to make sure that we are servicing all of our elevators so that we don't have these challenges in the future. Let's see, recently completed projects include Starbucks relocation to USU, all gender restrooms in U-Hall, HVAC updates in arts and admin, revitalized Palm Court, and a new fan wall systems in Science 1 and 2. Over in the University Police Department, Emergency Manager Jennifer Ralph is recruiting for the emergency management team. Please reach out if you're interested. She will also begin reviewing business continuity plans with departments across FAS. Over the summer, Instructional and Information Technology Services, IITS, led the CSU's ChatGPT EDU rollout, which began with opt-in options. ITS is working closely with academic affairs to support AI integration on campus. IITS is also supporting dual enrollment, helping high school students access CSUSM courses. Our involvement has been critical to its early success. So, in closing, I have a couple call outs I want to do. I want to thank Amber Giacalone for her work working on this and putting this together, along with Shannon. They basically put this thing together for us, so if we could give some applause to them. This is a lot of work to put together, and I have to say I have nothing to do with it other than come up and talk. So, across every unit, your work is driving progress, innovation, and service, across our campus community. So thank you guys for your commitment, and let's keep the momentum going as we move through the rest of the year. I got one more call out that I want to do because I think it's important to acknowledge our campus safety department under Chief Flores. They did a lot of work last year we had things going on campus, free speech type events, and they showed the ultimate in professionalism and kept our campus safe throughout the entire both semesters last year. So I want to give a call out to those guys, and because I think they've done such good work. So with that, I'm going to turn it back over to Shannon to continue our wonderful program. So thank you very much.
Thanks, Leon. All right, now we're going to welcome to the front Floyd Dudley to talk a little bit about integrated science and engineering building.
Good morning. I hope everybody's as excited about all the projects we have on campus as I am. Fun fact about the IS&E building, I was talking with Mark, and I actually have emails in my inbox from 2017 from Mark and others about the IS&E building. So I actually stepped into a new role with PDNC, and in this role, I've been able to work a lot closer with the PDNC project managers and they do incredible work. And one of the PMs that's actually responsible for IS&E and delivering it on time and on budget, Mr. Brian Licht, I'm going to have him come up and actually walk you through the building. And if you guys have any questions or anything when he's done with the presentation, please ask him. All right? Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you, Floyd, for the introduction. I have the privilege of presenting IS&E today. As Leon mentioned, as Floyd mentioned, a lot of work has gone into the building so far just to get us to where we are today. We're very excited for it. There's so much work that the campus community has put into it. So without further ado, a little bit of a project overview. This building is being programmed for CSTEM. The building 1A is the first of two buildings. We have building 1A, building 1B, which we'll see on an overhead later in the presentation. The first building is going to be 3 stories and approximately about 70,000 square feet. The first programs within CSTEM that we are programming to is electrical engineering, computer engineering, system engineering, and software engineering. The building is going to bring on about 558 FTEs, which is equivalent of 1,400 students. The project budget is $110 million for this first phase. It will have 16 teaching labs, 3 classrooms, and then the construction, their duration is about 26 months. And we are going through this with a collaborative design, build, delivery approach. The path to IS&E, so before we started the project, we had a lot of campus collaboration. We reached out to CSTEM, we reached out to academic advising, we reached out to a whole lot of people to figure out what we wanted for the building. Where did the building need to go in this first phase? We knew and we know that we are outgrowing the Viasat Engineering Pavilion, VEP. There's a very high demand for the engineering majors, just like Leon said earlier. There's grants available for new majors, but there was no instructional space. There is an awareness of best practices in the engineering education that we wanted to put into the building. For example, Dean Trishman has gone out across campus-wide, or the industry-wide, system-wide, some of the UCs, some of the CSUs to see what they are doing to incorporate into the building. We have a post-pandemic community building, so a lot more collaboration spaces, a lot more spaces to kind of spread out. a lot more technology in the classrooms. And we learned that was very important during the pandemic. The department in CSTEM wants a curriculum to career. So we have a lot. We have Viasat up here in North County. We have Hunter Industries up here in North County. We want to be able to have our students graduate and go right into opportunities with the campuses, or excuse me, with the companies that we have up here in North County. There was a need for collaborative spaces and capstones also in computer science. The project location, we are at the peak of the campus. Sorry, I keep trying to walk away from the microphone. We're in our, we've termed the building as the beacon at the top of the hill. And the beacon at the top of the hill, as you see, we have a view corridor right, let's see if I can get it, right about here, coming up from Barham and Twin Oaks, all the way through the center of the campus. We knew that the building had to be, the beacon had to be a focal point, and I'll show you a couple of ways we did that a little bit later. Here's an overview of the building. So coming in from Markstein Plaza, we have one entrance. So that will take you up to a second floor terrace. Also for a main entrance, we're calling each entrances on the first and second floor main streets. We also have the main entry off to the bottom of the page, right in between University Hall and the Arts Building. From there, we have a nice designed overhang. We have some student spaces to sit, and then we have our cafe, which I'll show you a little bit more of as we move forward. Aerial from the southwest. So Markstein, coming from Markstein Plaza, item number one, or mark number one, is our collaboration park. We are putting benches and places to sit, shading for, with trees and all that, so students, as they are coming from class to class, can sit and hang out, wait for the next class. Number two is our South Terrace. Our South Terrace, much more seating, a little bit more collaboration spaces for students to connect. From our aerial from the northwest, number three is our North Terrace. Our North Terrace is going to be connected actually to our drone, to the building's drone lab. So students in that lab will be able to come right out to the terrace, test flights in a very not high manner, so we're not, putting drones all over the campus. There you go, and Chief Flores, don't worry. Number four, we have an ethnobotany garden. It's actually just our botanical garden. This space is where 1B will be. So the intent here is not to put anything that is going to root down deep and that we can't pick it back up once the building for 1B starts. And number five is our main entry plaza and seating. What are we doing now? We are digging dirt, and we're digging a lot of dirt. We're taking a lot of dirt off of this campus. We're also taking a lot of rock and a lot of granite. We did not have to, blow up the hill like we've had to do in the past. So we're very thankful of that, and everybody should be thankful of that. You can see some of the rocks. So down, whoops, other one. We have a bunch of granite here, granite coming off the hill here, here, and here. We also have a lot of boulders that have come out of the ground that we're going to reuse for decoration, not only for this project, but for around campus. We are working on the utilidor. So the utilidor is a shallow version of our campus-wide tunnel system. It's going to be about 7 feet deep-ish to the bottom. And then that's going to connect our heating hot water lines and our chilled water lines from central plant to the new building. Here's our impacts on campus right now as we sit today. So we have closed down a good portion of Lot H. It will be that way until December of 2025, which will move over from, to another phase. On the screen, the connection that we're working on is right at the top here. That's where our existing utilidor, our existing tunnel is located underground, and that's where we're making our immediate connections to get over towards the, to the right on the page, towards the building. The second phase of Lot H will be closed from January 2026 to April 2026. That's just the sliver off to the right. We have some underground electrical lines to reroute. And then in May 2026, we're scheduled to have Lot H completely open again. Access road. Heard a lot about the access road. Yes, we did shut it down. Yes, we had to shut it down, but it won't be for long. So right now through March 2026, right where those stops are, that's right about where we have construction fencing. The reason why we had to do that is that utilidor goes right across, and we'll see it. The new access road is going to make a turn right here and come right behind Markstein. Under that will be the new utilidor. So we need to finish the utilidor and some of the top level construction. Once that's done, we'll be able to finish the new access road and then reopen in April 2026. So that means, yes, you're getting the access road back. And yes, you're getting the access road back. And one more, yes, you're going to get the access road back before construction is finished, before the project's done. So don't worry. That you can clap. You can clap. It's a big deal, right? I have to drive all the way around campus too. I cannot cut through the back, even with my hard hat stuff on. They want me to go right through the front. So I feel you. Don't worry. A couple renderings on the project. This is the west entry. So as you're coming in from either Markstein Plaza or University Hall, or right in between that University Hall and Arts, this is what it's going to look like. You see the overhang is going to be painted in Cougar blue, have some lighting. Off to the left-hand side, right here is what we're calling a collaboratory for students to come in and rent spaces, or for instructors to come in and rent spaces and do one-off meetings or any kind of studying. The cafe is hard to tell, but the cafe entrance will be right here off to the right. And then for the cafe, just to kind of get a mindset of how big the cafe is going to be, it's about 585 square feet. The old Starbucks at Kellogg was about 660-ish, and the new one is about 650-ish, so around there. So very comparable. As you enter into the building, this is our interior entry. Off to the left-hand side, you have a little bit of that collaboratory that you see. Off to the right-hand side, we'll have a display wall. That art is being produced by a current donor and also somebody that serves on the CSUSM Advisory Council. So he puts this art piece together. We're going to display it across the building here and there. But he does it through digital algorithms. Very interesting. It's just not random shapes. We look at that and go, hey, you know what? We could probably put something like that together. But it's not. He's actually walked us through it, and it's very complicated. It's actually very cool. As you walk through Markstein Plaza, this is the view from Markstein Plaza up to the building. You'll see there's the terrace that takes you up to or the stairs that takes you up to the level 2 terrace from the south. Off to the right-hand side, you'll have an entrance into the building, and then on the left-hand side is that collaboration park. We'll be able to see it, get something from the cafe, get some shade, and meet with other students, faculty, staff, friends. These are the collaboration spaces that we're setting up in the building. So one thing that we learned about, we've learned as we've gone, is We need something a little bit more functional with students in these collaboration spaces. We need options. So you see a whiteboard on the board off to the left. You see 2 rooms off to the left that have kind of breakout style rooms. But you have furniture that is not set. It can be moved around, so it can accommodate any number of students when they meet before their classes. This is the view. Think of if you're behind the arts building. So you're looking south towards the building. This is the botanical garden that we're setting up. Again, this is all natural landscaping that we're trying to put in, something that will not grow deep and will not be rooted, so if we have to take it out, it's not that much effort for us to do so. And then we talked about the beacon of night. So this was one of our goals, is make the building a beacon. And how do we make it a beacon without spending a lot of money? What we did is we lit up that entry off to the left there with our Cougar Blue, have some uplighting and some downloading. And then on the right-hand side, you're gonna see that lit stairwell. That lit stairwell is our campus land acknowledgement, translated to binary. So it was a great idea from the design team. They put it in white, that way it does still serve as our beacon. And I think that's going to be one of the highlights of anybody coming here on campus to look at the building. And then the space right here is right where the cafe will be. So questions. If you want to hold off on questions, you can ask questions now. If you want to hold off, I do have Floyd's personal information, his personal email addresses, his personal phone numbers, address. It can all go ahead. I'm kidding. Feel free to reach out anytime to us. It's been a very collaborative process. We've touched almost all the departments on campus, including within FAS, and we really, really appreciate your help. We appreciate your patience. This is disruptive, just as Floyd said and Leon said. We have a lot of construction going on campus, so we do appreciate it. Any questions before I hand it back over? Yes?
Right, will there be like a sign or some sort of plaque showcasing how the land acknowledgement is in that digital format?
Absolutely. So there will be a plaque at the bottom of the stairwell to kind of explain the land acknowledgement. Yes. Anything else?
Yeah, I'm curious, is it on budget?
It is very much on budget, yes. And I'll tell you what, if you have another $100 million that you're sitting on, you don't know what to do with, we have an entirely new building that we need to build. It's that phase 1B that we were talking about. I'll link you up with the VP's office, I'll link you up with advancement, and we'll get it going, okay? So, thank you very much, we appreciate it.
Thanks, Brian. Okay, I'm going to pass it over to Drea Wilson for our next activity.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. So, for our competition today, we have some puzzles on the tables, but don't open them yet. You'll open them when we say go. And so the competition is the table who finishes first. Raise your hand and yell, FAS is the best, and you will win extra raffle tickets and a sweet treat. Okay, so go ahead and start preparing. Okay, and then, ready? Oh wait, hold on, people are throwing stuff away. I'll wait until they get back to their tables. Go ahead and throw away your waste in the right bins. Come back to your tables. Okay. Wait. Until we say go. There's still people standing up. How much longer? Okay. We're starting in 10 seconds. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead. raise your hand and yell, FAS is the best. Congratulations, we have a winner.
Okay, great job, everyone. If you have kids, or even if you just like puzzles yourself, feel free to bring home your puzzle. Any leftovers we're going to bring to the Center for Children and Families. Okay, we got a second place back here. Oh my, wow. Are you third place or second place? Well, they said they're second. Okay, wow. Well, congrats. Okay. I know everyone's distracted now, but we do have another presentation from Dr. Rocio Terry on the crisis response team. So I'm going to invite Rocio up, but we'll get started in just a couple minutes. All right, please welcome to the front Dr. Rocio Terry for the crisis response team.
Hi, everyone. Good morning. How are y'all doing? I'm here to talk to you about something very, very interesting, which is mental health. Let's see. How do I do this to get the names? Oh, there we go. Okay, perfect. So I'm Dr. Terry. I am the director for the crisis response team. And sorry, Anna, I'm going to put you out here in front of everyone as well. This is Anna Marie Lopez. Thank you. And Anna is our crisis response team specialist. So we are a small but mighty team of 2 whole clinicians. So we're going to talk to you a little bit about what we do and how we might be able to support perhaps you, somebody that you work with, a student on campus, or even potentially a guest on campus. Okay. So how many of you have heard of Cougar Care Network? You're all pretty familiar with them? Yeah, they're amazing, absolutely. So Cougar Care Network, when it comes to mental health, think of them as maybe an initial point of contact when a mental health concern is very mild. So if we're looking at a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the lowest, very mild, we're talking about I'm a little sad today, I'm anxious about an exam tomorrow, nothing very major. Cougar Care Network is somewhere that we're able to refer students, and they might be able to meet with them. Congratulations. Did you finish? Yes, yes, good job. Cougar Care Network is where you might be able to send folks, refer them. Again, very, very basic mental health, yeah? If we start to move up a little bit, and maybe you have a student that is expressing, you know, I've really been struggling for a while now with something like anxiety, depression, maybe they have some kind of mental health history and they would benefit from one-on-one counseling or therapy with one of the psychologists or one of the counselors. That's when we would go to this yellow here. So if y'all notice this amazing graphic that Anna designed for us, thank you, Anna, Cougar Care Network is at the bottom. So think of that green, right? Very low acuity, green light, yellow light, red light, yeah? So Cougar Care Network, very basic. They're just gonna check in on the student. You have no major concerns, it's just a stopping point. Student health and counseling is where we can refer, and for the vast majority of our students, student health and counseling benefits are already something that they've paid for. So why not use this service? So they are able to meet with the students one-on-one with a therapist for up to 10 sessions. Up to 10 sessions. It is up to the therapist to decide, along with the student, of course, hey, do we want to meet 2, 3 times, 4, 5, 6? Maybe we're going to go to the 10 and kind of figure out a plan of what will happen afterwards. Student health and counseling also offers some groups. If you're not familiar with some of the groups that they offer, they are amazing. And again, students have already paid for this, so why not get the resources? They have groups for grief. Right now, we can't pretend that this political climate isn't impacting folks. Right? They also have support groups for that, and they're all run by either their counselors or their interns that are part of it. Okay, perfect, thank you. So a great resource Now let's say that you're working with a student, or even at this point, possibly a colleague, or maybe yourself. I'm like, I don't want to fall in love either, but okay. Let's say you're working with somebody that is maybe expressing more serious concerns. So as I mentioned, cougar care, very mild. Student health and counseling, okay, kind of in the middle there. Uh-oh, I'm starting to hit that area where I'm really worried about myself. I'm really worried about this other person. That's where our team comes in, along with UPD. So the crisis response team, how we can help is if someone is, for example, experiencing psychosis, if someone is experiencing hallucinations. Do you see the people over there in the corner? You see them, right? Yeah, they're telling me I need to jump right now. I don't see anyone. What are they talking about? I'm a little bit worried. If I let these individuals go right now, are they going to be safe? Maybe suicidal ideations. Anything that makes you feel in your gut, if this person leaves my site right now, if this person leaves my office right now, I am concerned for their safety. We are here to help. Okay, so what you would do is there are 2 ways that you could contact the crisis response team, and our hours are Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. until 6 p.m. And in a minute, I'll also give you some options for other hours, because crises don't always fit in these hours, right? So we are available Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Do you all know that if you dial 911 from campus, it automatically goes to UPD dispatch? It's not going to go to San Marcos Sheriff or anywhere else. It doesn't matter who it is, whether it's a staff member, a student, a guest, if it's graduation, whatever. It's going to go to our dispatch if 911 is being dialed from campus. So if you ever cannot remember to dial extension 7000, don't worry about it. Either way, extension 7000, 911, it's going into the same dispatch at UPD. They will ask a couple of questions, and within minutes, we will be sent out, or what we call activated, to go out with one of the officers, or maybe 2. Anna and I carry our phone all the time, no matter where we are. And I don't think there's been a call yet. There's Anna with the phone. I don't think there's been a call yet that we haven't responded to. I would say within 4 to 7 minutes, we were already there, especially if we have an officer inside of UPD at that moment who can give us a ride. If not, you will see us on our very nifty golf cart that goes a whole 25 miles an hour. And we will be putting pedal to the metal, and Anna will be going like this, like we're the Flintstones, trying to get there just as soon as we can. But we really do get there very, very quickly. Once we get there, just to give you a little bit of an idea of what happens, we have the officer enter first, and this is for safety of everybody. It's for safety of our team, it's for safety of the student, safety of the rest of whomever may be in that vicinity, and the overall campus community. They will go ahead, assess for safety any kind of firearms, anything that may be out of the ordinary. Once they find that it's safe, then Anna and or I will go ahead and go in, and we'll go ahead and assess the student. During the first 2 weeks of school, I'm still twitching about it. I think I still need to process this, and probably Anna does too. We had over 30 calls on campus to respond to, and all of them were very appropriate calls for our team. We had, over the summer, we attended the orientations where we told parents about our service. We've now had parents call into UPD. Hey, my student is on campus right now, and I'm worried about them. They said this, maybe they live in housing, whatever the case may be. And so we've been able to go out that way. Further, we've also, quote, marketed, if you will, what we do to the campus community, meaning the students, along with staff and faculty, of course, but now students are starting to self-refer. And so even within those first 2 weeks, we had several students walk into UPD. Dr. Terry or Anna here, I heard you have a crisis team. Can I speak to them? I'm worried about my thoughts. I'm worried about my safety. I'm worried about what I might do. So we're very, very excited for the 30 calls. We were running around like chickens with our heads cut off for the first 2 weeks, but we are grateful that we were able to help folks. And after we help them, what we do is we follow up with them as well. Hey, how's it going? Is everything okay? Do you need any kind of resources? Do you need to connect with a therapist? Do you need to connect with a psychiatrist for medication? How is that going? And so we're really, really excited to be able to kind of close that loop, if you will, with the folks that we're helping. You might notice that on the orange category, there's also the two little stars that say County Mobile Crisis Response Team. Did I take the clicker? Oh, you have. Okay. I was like, wait a minute now. Okay, got it. All right, we're good. So if you notice where it says San Diego County Mobile Crisis Response Team, I mentioned earlier, and we are not oblivious to the fact that there may be some feelings that some folks have when it comes to maybe interaction with police. It is what it is. And so we worked really, really hard for over a year trying to get an MOU, a Memorandum of Understanding, signed with the County of San Diego so that folks have an additional option. Our goal is just for that individual to get care, whether it's from our team or whether it's from a different team. We just want folks to be safe. So we got the MOU with the Mobile Crisis Response Team from the County of San Diego. And without that MOU, they are not able to go onto university campuses, or any school for that matter, K through 12, community college, et cetera. So by getting that, as of April of 2025, MCRT, Mobile Crisis Response Team, MCRT, if called and if they see it fit to come, because they will ask some questions and then they will figure out, do we need to go out there or can we handle this a different way? MCRT is allowed to come to campus. So let me give you a few pros and cons potentially to that. MCRT comes out in a team of 3. They come out with a licensed clinician, with a peer educator, and with a case manager. So you notice I did not mention law enforcement at all. So they would come out, they would do an assessment. When they are called by dialing 988, and if anyone's not aware, 988 is now, across the country, the new 911 for mental health crises. Yeah, so you call 911 for a life-threatening emergency. 988 is a similar concept, but for mental health. So by dialing 988, they will gather some information, ask some questions, and if they are going to deploy a mobile team to come to campus, just know that it could potentially, they will give you an ETA, an estimated time of arrival, but it could take up to 2 hours for them to arrive. And that's because we don't know where they're coming from. They might be in San Marcos or Vista and they're right around the corner, we'll be there in 15 minutes, beautiful. Or they might say, hey, we're, I don't know, in El Cajon and it's rush hour traffic. Ooh, that one's gonna take a while for them to get here, but they will tell you. We looked it up right now and our estimated time of arrival is 15 minutes or 75 minutes. They'll let you know. The other thing is that when they come onto our campus, they do not let us know who they are here to see. They will merely say, we're going to building blah, blah, blah. We're going to the library 3rd floor. We're going to the admin building. They will let our officers know if they need access to a secured area, like maybe housing, for example, where you can't just walk in without a swipe card or a fob. Once they have handled that mental health crisis, they will ask the individual, do you wish to sign a release of information? And if they do, that's where Anna and I will know, okay, they came to see student Susie Q, who lives on campus or who is a full-time student here, they're a junior, blah, 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 and then we'll be able to follow up with them. Hey, we know you got some help the other day, how you doing today, what do you need, what resources, and kind of help to close that out. But if the individual says, I don't want to sign that release of information, I don't want anyone on campus to know that I got this help from you today, then they will honor that and they won't tell us. And so that's good because, again, we're honoring confidentiality. They're getting the care that they need. It's not my favorite because then I can't follow up from campus and kind of know how are they doing here? Do they need any kind of grace request for their professors? You know, what is it that we can do? And then at the very, very top, you see the red, which is life-threatening. Anything that is life-threatening, please, again, just call 911. 911 or 7000, it doesn't matter. Again, it's going into our dispatch. We're gonna be activated either way, okay? We can do the next one. The next slide is actually a different visual. So I'm also a professor here at the School of Social Work, and I'm aware that folks have different learning styles. So this is the exact same information, just a little bit different. So you see the urgency scale is a 1, very low. That's where we're starting with CCN. The urgency went up a little bit. All right, student health and counseling. Snap. I'm afraid of this person leaving. That's where you start to get to the crisis part. Yeah? We can do the next slides, please. All right, so this is a list of how we can assist. One of the major differences between student health and counseling and ourselves is that the crisis response team will go out on campus anywhere for the situation, for the crisis. Student health and counseling, they are not able to leave their office space to provide care on campus. So even if you're like, oh my gosh, I know there's a crisis team, but I don't know their number, let me call student health and counseling, they're just gonna forward the call to UPD because it's, I think, literally written in their contract. They cannot come out to the library, to the classroom, to the admin building, USU, whatever. They're not able to come out. That's something, that's a limitation, if you will. We, however, respond anywhere. In housing, parking lots, we've responded to hallways, we've responded to classrooms because someone's having a panic attack in the actual classroom. So we will go anywhere on campus. A great referral for us would be, again, someone's having suicidal ideations. You may or may not know what a 5150 is, but it's an involuntary 72-hour hold at a psychiatric facility, a crisis stabilization unit. The officers and myself are the only folks on campus that can sign paperwork for a 5150 evaluation. That doesn't happen very, very often, but when it's needed, we are able to provide that higher level of care. We will transport to the crisis stabilization unit and get the individual the help that they need in that moment so that they can stay safe. We also do safety plans. If anyone has homicidal ideations, meaning that they're threatening to potentially harm someone else, we can also help with that. I mentioned earlier psychosis. I also want to mention substance-induced psychosis is something that we can help and something that we could potentially do a 5150 if it were needed. And I highlight that because last year we were not allowed to do that per the county guidelines. Hallucinations, whether the audio, visual, and I'll give y'all an example. We got a call last year from actually somewhere within this building, and they were saying, hey, we have a student that just came in and asked if we have a gun so they can kill themselves. We don't know what to do. Oh, okay. So we went, and the student was very, very confused. And so for that one, we did have to take some extra steps. We've also had folks call us and say, hey, I'm on the phone with a student, and I'm really worried. They're on the road right now driving, I don't know, let's just say to Rancho Bernardo or something. They're on the road and they're making very odd statements. They're telling me they're seeing babies hanging off of the bottom of a truck, and like these things just don't make sense. I'm really worried. What do I do? And so we instructed that person, I'm about to call them. Please tell them to hang up with you and answer my call. And then Anna definitely got cardio that day because Anna was running back and forth with dispatch and with us as we were trying to get either the local police department or CHP to meet up with them in that space that we asked them to please safely pull over. So we were able to stay on the phone with them until authorities showed up, and then they were able to provide care from there. We followed up with the student afterwards, and they were very grateful for the care, for the intervention, that type of thing, the resources, etc. Also, if you happen to see grave disability, and that might look like somebody can't necessarily make the best decision for themselves, and I mean that in very basic ways. So it's very warm outside today, right? And it's gonna get hot and muggy and blah, blah, blah. And what if there was maybe somebody that's telling you, I haven't eaten in more than 24 hours, I haven't had any liquids, any kind of water, anything either, and I'm also wearing a big bomber jacket, some sweats, and some snow boots, and I'm outside. That feels odd, right? Because it's what, like in the 80s, 90s, or it's gonna be today. So grave disability, if something's just sounding very, very odd, and again, you're like, I'm not sure if this person knows exactly what's happening right now, you can call us for that. We also do wellness checks, whether that's on campus or if we need to activate some of our partners in the community to maybe go check on somebody in their home. We will first try to reach the individual. We don't just automatically call another agency, but if we can't reach them, then we will ask if they can please do a wellness check. We also, as I mentioned, we do case management, and the last thing that I'll mention is grace requests. So for students, sometimes we hear, because of what happened, I'm grateful for the care that I received, but I fell behind in my classes. I wasn't able to concentrate. It's just been a lot. I went home for a couple of days to kind of get my mind right, spend time with loved ones, etc. So either we can send a grace request to their professors, which is basically letting the professors know, hey, there's a situation that we can verify that has occurred with this particular student, and we ask for your grace in maybe allowing them to make up some assignments, some exams they may have missed. And we ask the student, do you want that email to come from the crisis team, or do you prefer it comes from the dean of students? Some folks say, I want it to come from the crisis team because that will let my professor know, like, this is actually something legit. I'm not trying to be disrespectful or anything to your class. Other times they'll say, no disrespect, but don't know that I want the crisis team attached to what I'm doing, so can we send it from the dean of students? And we absolutely will. Whatever they prefer is absolutely okay. And then the last thing is that we do prevention and outreach. So any kind of psychoeducation, any kind of presentations at any of your staff meetings that you would like, we're more than happy to do that. We can go to the next one, please. And this is a very last one. If you'd like to take a photo of this, or else I'm more than happy to send this PowerPoint out to all of the amazing colleagues that are here today. But this is basically a little cheat sheet for you. If you needed resources on a life-threatening emergency, if you want to have this near your computer, you know, somewhere, I think this is a great one to have. If someone were to tell you, and this is someone on campus or maybe just even someone in your life, yeah, that they're having suicidal ideation, a crisis, we've listed some options there for them. I do want to point out here the non-crisis peer support line, because that's a wonderful resource. So that's also called the California Warm Line. And basically what that is anybody who just wants to talk with a peer. So it's not a licensed clinician. And we've had many students tell us that's kind of a cool thing, because sometimes it's easier to talk to a stranger. Yeah, or sometimes they don't want to, quote, burden their family, their loved ones, etc. And so that's a really great option for them. Psych eval, etc. If you ever need to consult, please know that we are more than happy to do that. CCN, their number is there, or you can walk into admin 1200. And then for crisis, again, there's my number, there's Anna's number. We're more than happy to chat with y'all. I think that's it. I hope I'm within the time. Does anyone have any questions I might be able to answer for you? Yes. Is the information on the website? We are actually working on a website right now. We weren't fully up and running until we had Anna and until we had the mobile crisis response team. So we are working on that now. Great question. I saw another hand. Yes. Oh, no, they're not in the red folder, but whomever I can talk to about that. That's a great idea. Thank you. Sir? He's like, don't talk to me about it. That's a great idea. I will definitely follow up on that. Thank you for that. Yes? Yeah, if something were happening with a guest on campus, everything that we've covered as far as the services that we have are still absolutely available. Matter of fact, that bot that you can kind of chat with on the CSUSM website, that's activated us a few times for maybe folks that were doing like a campus tour, for example. In particular, there was a middle school student that we worked with last year, got their school involved, got their parent involved, did an assessment, made sure they were good and safe and that type of thing. So yes, this could be anybody that is on campus. Yes? That's a great question. Yes, that's a great point. We haven't received much feedback, if you will, from the Temecula campus as far as like, hey, we could have really used you if you were here, you know, on this particular day or something like that, or hey, an incident just happened. But that doesn't mean it's off the table. Sir, we might need a little bit more money so I could hire someone else. Going to the money man here, right? But that doesn't mean we won't in the future, especially as we continue to grow. So they are kind of in the back of my mind. And if you happen to maybe teach there or work from there and you have feedback that you could share with me, please do. I welcome it. Yeah. Anyone else? All right, y'all, thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Terry. All right, I'm going to invite Leon back up. We can go to the next slide. And Leon is going to let us know who our award winners are this time.
All right, thank you, Shannon.
Okay, you're gonna have to use this one. We're having some technical difficulties today.
Okay, it is time and my pleasure to announce our awardees of this year's Recognizing Excellence Awards, which we do every year. Now this year, we've received over 50 nominations, another record number. I want to take a moment to thank our selection committee for the difficult task of reviewing and selecting only 7 of these amazing and deserving nominations. Our first award is the Legendary Leader Award. This award is given to a manager who is trustworthy and influential leader and provides mentoring, modeling, and motivation to encourage and develop employees, provide vision, and help others achieve success. For the first time ever, we had a tie. The Legendary Leader Award goes to both Nick Duarte and Victor Chavez. I'd like to read an excerpt from both nominations. I will start with Nick. Nick motivates our crew through kindness and thoughtfulness. They treat employees so well. I feel like we all want to go the extra mile. He inspires by casting a compelling team vision, simplifying complex priorities, and celebrating every win along the way. Nick is a dedicated mentor who shares their knowledge generously, provides thoughtful guidance, and creates meaningful opportunities for development. He takes the time to listen, offer constructive feedback, and encourages everyone to build on their strengths. Nick doesn't just drive results, he invests in people. So again, congratulations, Nick. Come on. I broke that one too.
Let's get this out.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Nick. Now, Victor is ill, so he's unable to join us, and I think Mitch is going to accept the award for him. There he is. Okay. And now I'd like to read a couple of excerpts from Victor's nomination. Victor not only manages with precision, but also inspires growth, collaboration, and resilience across the teams. Beyond operational excellence, he fosters a culture of emotional intelligence and coaching. He adapts leadership styles to meet the emotional needs of team members, demonstrating his commitment to inclusive and empathic management. His ability to support and coach others creates an environment where individuals feel valued and empowered. Congratulations, Victor.
Let's take a picture. Awesome, thanks.
Okay, our next award is the Legendary Service Award. This award is given to a staff member who strives to deliver legendary service to internal and external customers by identifying and responding to customer needs. This year's Legendary Service Award goes to Jacob Dorsey. Hey, Jacob. Here's what Jacob's colleagues say about him. Jacob consistently delivers an exceptional level of service to both internal and external customers. They have a remarkable ability to identify and respond to customer needs with efficiency, professionalism, and a positive attitude. Whether resolving complex technical issues or proactively offering solutions, he goes above and beyond to ensure seamless experience for everyone he supports. He demonstrates a willingness to assist at a moment's notice, often going out of his way to support colleagues and resolve issues quickly and effectively. His responsiveness and reliability make him a go-to resource across teams. Jacob is an invaluable asset to our team and a trusted partner across the organization. Congratulations, Jacob. Come on up, buddy.
Thank you.
Our next award is the Rising Star Award. This award is given to a new staff member that seeks opportunities to learn and is consistently reliable and an outstanding performer. This year's Rising Star Award goes to Andrea Peralt. Here's an excerpt from Andrea's nomination. Andrea is known for her reliability and outstanding performance, whether navigating complex challenges or supporting day-to-day operations. She approaches every task with diligence and care. Her approachable and kind demeanor makes her a go-to resource for her colleagues, and she is always ready to assist or take the lead when needed. In every sense, Andrea exemplifies what it means to be a rising star. Her contributions have already made a lasting impact, and her potential for future leadership is undeniable. Congratulations, Andrea. Give me that. I'll give you this. Our next award is the Continuous Improvement Award. This award is given to a staff member who seeks out opportunities to learn and improve and shares that knowledge with others. This year's Continuous Improvement Award goes to Zainab Sahel. Here's an excerpt from Zainab's nomination. Beginning as a student assistant, this individual quickly became a role model through a strong work ethic, passion for learning, and the ability to unite others. After transitioning to the administration team, she excelled in delivering outstanding customer service to the department, the campus, and the public. Known for exceeding expectations, Zainab approaches challenges with positivity, innovation, and a quick grasp of new concepts that inspires colleagues. Since earning a bachelor's degree in business administration in May 2023, she has now earned a master's in public health while continuing to excel professionally. Her path from student assistant to graduate degree alumni and valued staff member demonstrates hard work, perseverance, and a commitment to growth. Congratulations, Zainab.
Congratulations.
Our next award is the Collaboration Award. This award is given to a staff member who is a great collaborator, listener, and team player, working with others within the cross-department to achieve common goals and success. The Collaboration Award goes to Sandy Daynard. Sandy can't be here, so Virginia Berman will accept the award on her behalf. Here's an excerpt from Sandy's nomination. Sandy is a powerful powerhouse of teamwork and connection, uniting people and departments to accomplish extraordinary results. She approaches every project with open communication, active listening, and a genuine respect for diverse perspectives. She takes a proactive approach to bridging gaps between teams and consistently leverages diverse viewpoints to achieve shared goals. By fostering trust, promoting unified teamwork, and inspiring those around them, she transforms collaboration into measured success. Her integrity, ethical conduct, and ability to motivate others make Sandy not only a valued partner, but a driving force in advancing our mission, strengthening our campus community, and setting a benchmark for collaborative service. Congratulations, Sandy. That's my phone, Virginia. Okay.
Got it? Thank you. Okay. Let's grab a picture. We can send it to Sandy. Thank you.
Our final award is the Positive Spirit Award. This award is given to a staff member who is always ready with a smile for others and knows how to get things done while bringing humor to the workplace and helping boost office morale. This year's Positive Spirit Award goes to Tammy Marchand. Here's what Tammy's colleagues said about her. Tammy's inviting personality and positive energy make every interaction, whether in meetings, quick conversations, or casual chats, light and uplifting. She has always been patient, knowledgeable, and generous in guiding through unfamiliar topics. Her positive spirit, sense of humor, and enthusiasm is particularly effective with the various campus trainings she conducts on campus. Tammy's optimism helps boost morale even in the busiest times. She goes out of her way to encourage and support campus colleagues, celebrating their successes and always willing to help when needed. Her kindness, encouragement, and genuine spirit make Tammy truly deserving of this recognition. Congratulations, Tammy.
All right, let's get some pictures. One more. Congratulations.
Okay, congratulations to all our awardees, and thank you for all the work you do every day on behalf of our division and the university. And with that, do I turn it back?
Leon, before you sit down, we want to acknowledge one more awardee, so please stay up in the front with Deanne.
So this is why we didn't show you the agenda.
Oh, that's why. Okay. I was kind of wondering why I didn't get to see the agenda.
Yeah. Okay, so just stick with me, okay? Trust me.
Trust you, okay.
Yeah, okay. So I have the great honor of sharing a really fun story with you. Last fall, a couple of us got together and thought, wouldn't it be great if we could nominate Leon for a national award from an organization that he and other university leaders respect? We got our answer when the National Association of College and University Business Officers opened nominations for their most prestigious award, the Distinguished Business Officer Award. So we put out a very humble call for letters of nomination to colleagues here on campus and several other campuses with whom Leon has both worked and has built relationships. And we sent the call to others, including campus partners, board members, business partners, students, and community leaders. To be honest, we were overwhelmed by the immediate response we received. We finally had to cap the number of nominations we received for Leon to 17. Every nomination more full-hearted and effusive about Leon's expertise, influence, and leadership than the last. The nomination packet was so thick, we had to add extra postage. And so it's with my great pleasure and honor in front of your entire division that we honor you for having received the Distinguished Business Officer Award from NACUBO's highest honor, the 2025 Distinguished Business Officer Award, for his significant impact, positive impact, advancing business and finance administration in higher education and on the association, which is the Academy Award or Nobel Prize for business officers. Congratulations. Everybody, join me.
Thank you all. That was one of the bigger surprises of my life. I kind of was on vacation and I came back and my colleague Brittany was about to bust with the news, I think, and came up and said, "Did you read your email?" I said, "I'm on vacation, I don't read email." So I hadn't seen any of it. So it was one of the bigger surprises, and I am so pleased and I'm just honored and humbled because it is such an honor to receive this. And you know, some of my colleagues at other institutions, Morgan Olson at Arizona State, and Mike at Rutgers, and some of the other folks that I've worked with over the years, you know, were all, you know, previous awardees of this. It normally goes to people with really big schools, and I think I'm the first regional person to receive this particular honor. So I'm just humbled and honored by it. So thank you guys for it. It was just a huge surprise, and I'm just humbled and honored by it. So thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Leon. Okay, we're going to finish today with our raffle. So Amber's going to help me. We have a lot of tickets today because we had a lot of winners. Okay. Right. Yeah, that's a good point. We have so many tickets because everyone was so sustainable. Okay, so just both colors, right? Okay. Okay. First ticket is 835586. Whoa! Audrey is, this is a good day for you.
So there are little descriptions on all of them.
Okay, if you are a winner, we have little descriptions on the bags. These are all swag items. So, yeah, take your pick. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, I'm not looking because I'm not picking colors. Okay, next one, 835490. Okay, come on up. All right, see if I can get a pink one. Okay, 615200. Anybody? Yay! Okay, come on up. Okay. We have two more, right? Okay, 615194. Okay. Okay, this is the last one of our big prizes, but we do have some extra little bags of sweet treats up here, so I'll call some tickets for that too. Okay, 615265. Oh, come on up.
And if the sizes or things don't work, yeah, you can go ahead and take it to the bookstore and exchange
Yeah.
it if it doesn't work.
Okay, we're gonna call some just for these little sweet treat bags. 835559.
Oh, hey!
615222. Good job. 835541. Last call for 835541. Okay, next one. Oh, okay, I picked two, so this, okay. First one is 615221. Oh, okay, all right. Okay, 835601. Three more, right?
Yeah, 3 more.
615198. Virginia. 615216. Okay, I'm gonna really mix it up for this last one.
Last one.
835558. Again? See? That's why you bring your sustainable mug. Okay. Thank you for being here, everyone. I hope you have a great day.